Stevie Wilson for LAstory.com. These two people shouldn't be any surprise to you to see them both here on this YouTube video, but actually maybe it should be because we haven't seen Sylvie Ganter in quite a while, and we're so glad to have her here. And this is Christophe Cervacel. They're the heart and soul of Atelier Cologne, and we're here to talk to them about the new fragrance that they're launching here at Fashion Island's Neiman Marcus. So it's kind of interesting to see them both here, and long time.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So, and Christophe, I'm so glad you've got another fragrance, because I was like wondering when you were going to have something new. So this is perfect timing. So tell us about the new baby, the newest fragrance.
So Cédrat Enivrant to us is going back to our roots. You know how much we love citruses.
Yes.
We like to put them in overdose in our creation, and lately we've more used citruses as tools to make certain raw materials more transparent, easier to wear. So when we played with gold leather or silver iris, the citruses were very much a tool in the background to make them more elegant and fresher. But here we're back on full force with the true citrus, where the story is actually Cédrat. Cédrat is a beautiful form of lemon. It's I would say the ancestor of lemon.
Right.
It's like a very big lemon with wrinkled skin, very little flesh, and a lot of skin around. It's extremely fragrant. It's used a lot for cooking purposes, but it's also a very fine form of lemon in the perfumery world. And we wanted to pay an homage to that citrus and treat it in a different form.
It's really a luscious scent. It comes off really, really well. It's not like what I think of as, I mean, it's definitely lemon, but it's one of the nicest lemons I've seen.
So for the first time we had, our inspiration came from the story, Orange Sanguine, which is the first Cologne Absolue we created. It was about friends having a breakfast in the morning in Italy. In this case, the same friends meet 5-10 years after in the evening, and they spend the night on the beach. They light a fire and they're having drinks. The drinks are French 75 cocktail.
Okay.
It's a very old cocktail made with champagne, lime, lemon, and gin.
And sugar cane.
And sugar cane.
Yes.
And there is, we use some juniper as well.
Yes.
In this formula for the perfume that reminds of the gin side of the cocktail. So it's very, at the same time, very lively perfume, very sunny, but there is nostalgia in it. So that's the beauty of nostalgia. You remember these great moments with your friend. You know you're going to have a lot more to come, but it's good when you actually remember the past and try to forecast the future.
Because it seems to have that sparkling, effervescent quality, which is really nice and very much of the French 75 cocktail.
Yeah. This took us 5 years to reach. Our Cédrat was already in our, I would say, in our files 5 years ago when we did Orange Sanguine. But at that time we were not totally happy about it. So we left it aside, and we worked on again at the beginning of last year.
Okay.
And now the formula is good to us.
And you know, to us, it's really finding that right balance. It's something we always aim for in our creation. And you know, with lemon, you can get very bitter.
Right.
The minute you start making it less bitter, you can get too sugary, a little bit like a candy type of way. And we wanted our Cédrat to be the perfect balance between like the zest of the lemon that is more bitter and something also juicy and a little bit more sugary that you can find in the French 75 cocktail. And all of it was that bubbly effect. So we played with other raw material than just Cédrat. Of course we have mint, we have basil, and that gives it a little sharpness and redness to the scent.
Nice.
We have tonka bean in the base. That gives that sweetness and roundness, but also the lasting power on the skin. So having those heavier raw material, aside from the citruses, really help with the lasting power. In addition to the concentration, here we concentrated at 15%. So we could call this Cologne a pure perfume. It is a pure perfume type of concentration, but because of the lemon inside it and the citrus inside it, we call it a Cologne Absolue. Cologne for the citruses, and Absolue for the lasting power, the beautiful raw materials that are inside, and the concentration level.
It seems to me that when you do it, it's like being on a vacation. You know, it's like a Saturday afternoon that you feel like it's never going to end. One of those magical times, and it's, you know, that's the interesting part about your brand, is that it's always had that kind of, you feel like you dropped into this special place and you don't really want to leave, and this is the way to kind of keep that. And of course, when you're at work or dealing with daily life, you still can't, you can't have that special day all the time, but you can at least wear the scent that reminds you of it.
Perfectly described.
Yes.
And to me, that's it. It's like, as I've seen this brand evolve and talk to you as many times as I have, it's like, it's just one of those special things that this is what the brand has, and it's the way you put the things together, and the emotional component that we talked about is so much very there in these fragrances that I can actually put together when we talked about all the first 5, that one day in Marcus Beverly Hills, about like Oolong Infini and the Beau Blonde and all the other different fragrances, and I was going through testing them at home, thinking about that one day and what it was like, because it was like taking those 5 videos was like a snapshot in time that we had dropped into some different kind of space, and just accomplishing that was like such a really unique thing, and it's still continuing with these scents, and it's really nice because I get where you were going when you create the stories.
Absolutely, it's our creative, I would say, process, and we like to keep that. And, our perfumes are very emotional, and we like them to be like that. So having very different directions, of course, from one to another. But this Cédrat is we're very happy because it's in a way it seems one of the easiest to make. The scent is very citrusy, very lively, but it's very elegant as well and very long lasting. But for us it was one of the most difficult to achieve because the scents that are very familiar, like lemon, like orange, or like vanilla, for example.
Yes.
These scents that are very familiar requires a special treatment when we create, so that we make sure that they are exceptional perfume.
Yes.
And not they are every day, but every day should be an exception.
Yes.
I love how you talked about feeling in that special moment. Fragrance are so much about emotion, about memories, about traveling back in time. Sometimes you smell something, you're like, oh my God, that reminds me of that vacation, or that reminds me of that person. And there is something magical about that scent, and that's what we want to celebrate when we create. So taking you back in time in a familiar place, or a place that is completely unknown, but a place that makes you feel very, very good.
Yes.
When we create our scent, it's very much like the very first Cologne that was created. It was this Italian perfumer that moved to Germany and created a scent that reminded him of home and made him feel good. And it was a revolution in the world of perfumery, because it was the first time scent was used just to make yourself happy, to make you feel good. And we want to celebrate that every time we create. We're creating something that triggers an emotion, a good one, a one that makes you feel good. And when you wear it, you just transported in time or in a moment that makes you feel amazing.
Right. It's more than just about being sexy. It's about putting yourself in whatever situation that you felt that
it's
the last
time.
time.
You are.
Yes.
Truly. And your perfume should really correspond to who you are, or as well contribute to make who you are. It's very personal.
Exactly. Exactly. So this comes in the large bottle, and then you have the miniature. And then are we doing soap on this or anything else?
The soap is coming, the candle is coming, and as you know, every time we sell a large size of our Cologne Absolue, we always offer a travel size to go with. So the travel size can be of the same scent or a different scent to layer with it, or to wear at a different moment when you were to have a different mood or convey a different type of feeling. And we always engrave your first spray. So we put it in a leather pouch and we engrave it with your name, your initial, or whatever makes you happy, a love message.
Yeah.
And that's our gift to our clients.
Awesome. And what's coming next?
So we're working on our Meta collection. So
Okay.
we released last year a silver metallic bottle with the iris inside,
Okay.
and a golden one with a leather, cognac, and woody perfume. And we look at expanding this collection, which for us means explorating very rare ingredients that customers are not used to see in a perfume, that are beautiful but really not known. And we will work as well on the color of the metal. So
that'll be interesting.
there is a lot to come for the.
When do you think that one will come?
Before the end of the year, might be in August or September.
Okay.
They are almost finalized.
Yay! How will you know? I mean, it's like
wearing them a lot.
Okay.
A lot of tests and trials and tweaking, and one day we just wear it and we're like, this is it, we're done.
Love it.
And there is always a time when we make sure they are really unique, that nothing already existing from other companies are close to what we create.
Right.
It's very important that our customer can remain unique when they wear our perfume.
And a very good test, like to know when a perfume is finished, is when we both love it. So it cannot be just one of us.
Yeah.
It has to be the two of us, madly in love, wearing it, and feeling, okay, this is it. So that's, if one scent goes through the
we need to make that
hard task,
It's so good that we need to make it available.
Then it's launching.
Then, perfect. Okay, people, you will find all the social media links for Atelier Cologne, including their Facebook fan page, their Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all those fun things that you can go follow them, so you can stay on top of what's going on with Atelier Cologne and Christophe and Sylvie. And follow them. Just follow them. You won't be sorry. And do go check out this. They have a store in New York, and you have, where else? You have another one now.
We have 2 stores in New York, actually one in downtown Manhattan, on Elizabeth Street, and Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Brooklyn recently opened on Atlantic Avenue, and 2 in Paris as well.
Wow.
So one in the center, always in the center, but one in the 1st district and one in the 3rd district.
Okay.
So Le Marais and then Place de la Concorde.
Perfect.
The French-speaking.
People, we'd like to thank Christophe and Sylvie for their time today. This is a time for personal parents, so there are people here who would like to talk to them. We'll have more soon, we hope. This is Stevie Wilson for LAstory.com saying see you soon, people. Bye.